Today we're going to use YouTube's copyright match tool to figure out who's been stealing my videos from my channel. You ready to do this? Let's dig in. So if you log in to YouTube and in the upper right, click on your channel icon or avatar, and then click on YouTube Studio Beta, you'll see a list of options open up on the left, and one of those is your copyright tool. If you click on that, you'll get a list of anybody that has been matched for content on your channel being used on theirs as well. Now, this is a feature that is available to you if you are a member of the YouTube Partner Program, what people like to call being monetized. So if you've reached the threshold of 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours in the last 12 months, you can get this feature as well. And what this does is it scans across the platform and sees if any of the content that you've uploaded has been matched with something someone else has gone ahead and uploaded after you. Because YouTube is really good at discovering what you put on your channel and if it belongs to you or not. So today I'll show you how to use this tool, and we'll make fun of the people who thought they were smart enough to steal my content in the process. Let's take a look. Let's start at the bottom of the most recent. This one has no views whatsoever, and it's the animated subscribe button Filmora effects. If you click over to the right here where it says play video, it'll open up a window and show you the video itself. I'm gonna keep the music off because if anyone has decided to use any other music tracks in this particular video that I didn't have in my original video, I could get a copyright strike just for playing that music in this video here. You have to be really careful. And yes, in fact, this particular person stole my entire video and just erased my vocal track and then put their own music under it. That's pretty funny. There was a portion of this video where I actually gave away a free animated subscribe button, the one used in this video, to the people who were subscribed to my website. You know, at least give away the free thing and send some traffic my way, would you? Oh, nice. So it ends with the subscribe. He would like you to subscribe to him. But he didn't even use my subscribe button to do it. If you look over to the right, there's some options of what you can do. Now, the first option in this folder is move to archive. And if you look up above, you'll see there are different tabs for each action that you may have done on a previous video that has been popped up as a content match. Because sometimes it can be as simple as one of your friends or someone you've worked with on a collab took a piece of one of your videos and put it up onto their channel as part of a bigger compilation. So you want to be careful not to just randomly decide that every one of these things is something that shouldn't have been done. So if you can see over in the archive, here's a perfect example. My friend Sammy, Studio Geek 32, had actually done a stream where he had played my rap video that I did about Brian G. Johnson.
Brian G. Johnson stole my idea, now he's walking around like he thought it was mine.
And I was totally cool with that, so I just archived it. I didn't say anything. He's my pal, he's welcome to use my stuff in one of his live streams. There are removal requests. Here are other videos that I've requested to be removed, and it shows me the status of each, when the request was submitted, and what the resolution was. The video was removed in each one of these cases where I asked it to be removed. But what you have here next to each one of these videos that has been tagged as potential stolen content is options. Now, the next option is request video removal, and you can click on this, and it now matches that in the upper right, request video removal. One of the other options I could have is I could message this particular person and say, hey, you know, you've stolen my stuff, and I can put my email address in and say, listen, we'd like to talk to you about this. In a circumstance where maybe someone I didn't know had used a piece of something of mine and I was on the fence about it, I could say, hey, you know, maybe I don't mind you using it, but could you do me a favor and could you put a link in your description crediting my channel as the source for that material and that content, if you think that person's intentions were honest and fair. In this case, this guy clearly just stole my stuff and put it up there. So we're going to request the video removal. And here's where the actual form opens up, where it says the affected party is myself. Relationship to the copyrighted content, I am the owner. And at the very bottom, it lists the video that is requested for removal. And then it has options. Now you can send a 7-day notice to say, hey, listen, I'm gonna give you 7 days to pull it down. And if you get it down in that 7 days, you won't be issued a copyright strike. So it gives that potential person who may have made a mistake or not using their head an option to pull it down and not get hit with a copyright strike. This particular person clearly went out of their way to steal my content, modify it, re-upload it. I'm sorry, but guess what, pal? You get a strike today. I have to check each one of these boxes. The legal agreements state, I have a good faith belief that the use of the material in the manner complained of is not authorized by the copyright owner, its agent, or the law, which is true. It was just taken from me. The information in this notification is accurate, and under penalty of perjury, I am the owner or agent authorized to act on behalf of the owner of an exclusive right that is allegedly infringed. And it is. He just stole my content. And I am the owner creator. Below that, you have another option. I understand that the abuse of this tool, such as submitting removal requests for content I do not own, may result in termination of my own YouTube account. So if some videos came across here and they started matching things that potentially weren't actually mine, and I started claiming that it was, I could actually get myself in trouble. Clearly, in this case, he stole my content. So I'll check all three, and in the signature box below, I'll fill in my name. I can click right there, boom, and now I can submit. So now that one will disappear from my list. Now this one here, let's take a peek at what they have going on. This looks like there's no modifications whatsoever. He literally took my entire video and re-uploaded it. And it says up in the upper right-hand corner, 100% of this video seems to match my own. In this case, clearly someone came across my channel and took my content. Now, he's got one view on this thing, probably doesn't have a lot of subscribers. I'm not seeing any listed here, but he may have them hidden. I like to give people like this the benefit of the doubt. But I do have to point out here, the argument that I've heard before, sometimes people will say back to me when I reach out to them like, hey, you've uploaded my content. They say, oh, I was just trying to promote your content. Well, there's a share button for that. You can share my content. The amount of effort it takes to go to my channel, learn how to download a video from my channel, then re-upload it to your own is kind of tricky. It's not something that a first-time user would just stumble into. It's like saying, well, you know, I walked by this person and my hand fell into their back pocket and their wallet accidentally came out, and then when I tried to take the credit cards out and the money to hand it back to them, they seemed angry, so I just ran away with both. That's a crime. You've stolen. But let's look at this one here. I'm gonna give this guy the benefit of the doubt, and I'm gonna pull up the flag option. I'm gonna request the video removal, but down below, I'm gonna give this person a 7-day notice. So they'll have a week saying, hey, listen, that's my stuff, please take it down. I don't wanna hit you with a copyright strike. Maybe you're just a small channel, you haven't quite figured out how to grow on YouTube, and you thought this was the right way. So now you have an option to avoid a copyright strike. I'll agree to the 3 terms, and then I'll sign down below. And then in the upper right, I just click submit, and we're good to go. This next one, 100% of the video, let me turn the audio on. That's me and my son Jonas. So this was my green screen tutorial video. As I scroll through, all of this is mine. I'm not seeing anything added. Left click and hold and scrolling through. It even has all of my end screen elements. 100% of this is mine. Sometimes these are young kids who just haven't figured out the right thing to do yet. And I feel bad for young kids coming to the platform who just don't understand YouTube or don't really know how to grow a channel themselves, and they think it's okay to just take someone else's content and put it up. But I'll give them a week to do the right thing as well. Let's see this next one here. Yep, that's me all over again. It says up in the upper right that it's 100% of the content. Let me just scrub through this, left click and hold. Yeah, that's all mine. Majid, this is my video. So what we're gonna do here is the same thing. I'm gonna give this guy a break. I'll schedule 7 days and then we'll submit that. We're almost getting through this. Let's see what this one is. Oh, this is in a different language. Dancers Out Video Editor Diane De Filmore. This might be French. Rahul? That sure looks like me. Now, Rahul, if you happen to look exactly like me and sound like me, they say every person in the universe has a doppelganger somewhere, and maybe you're me. In which case, maybe I can hire you on and you can help me with some of my workload. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna give this guy with 11 views and 2 subscribers a notification that he's done the wrong thing, and let's see if we can get him to do the right thing. Okay, so now we have 1 left. Let's see what this guy has going on. All right, he's talking and everything, so I'm gonna turn the sounds off for this. You know what's interesting? I wonder if I can get a copyright strike for playing the video that they've stolen my content from on my channel, trying to show you guys that they've stolen from me. Do you think we can create a copyright loop? Let's find out. So he does an intro. Lucifer Musics talks about how he's gonna teach people something here today. About Filmora, fantastic. I'm a fan of Filmora. It's really interesting that his name is also Daniel. This is my cool intros videos. He actually showed the intro, cut back to himself, pointed to himself. I guess he's rowdy. Told people to subscribe. All right, my man. Yeah, like and share. Wow, he's all into this. His idea of sharing might be a little different than my idea of sharing. This would be what I would consider stealing, not so much sharing. Let me scroll through. It looks like he pretty much runs my entire intros video. And when we get to the end, thank you, friends. Well, thank you, Lucifer. I appreciate you stealing my content. And these 70 views are gonna cost you, my man. I don't think it was worth it, because here I'm gonna go right for the takedown notice. You were intentionally stealing my stuff and putting it out there as your own. And there's a risk you run when you do this, and today that risk did not pay off for you. So now it tells me that I'm all caught up. So when I look at my copyright tab and I come back to it in the future, if there's anything new I haven't dealt with, it'll show up right here. YouTube does allow the creator to respond to these, so someone like Lucifer could argue, hey, no, that's my content. I don't know if you'll win that particular argument, but you are allowed to respond back and state your cases why you think maybe that copyright is not necessarily valid, or that it's unfounded, or perhaps there was a fair use. And in that case, you know, you might have a leg to stand on. But I would tell you people that fair use is a legal defense. It's not a YouTube policy. If YouTube knows that you own the content and someone else has taken it, then in almost every case, that party that has taken the content is going to lose. And YouTube has a very simple rule about this. It's the person who uploaded it first usually is considered the owner, especially if it's original content, which is what most of the stuff on YouTube should be. So now that we're all caught up here and things are looking good, we've had a little fun today, I want to remind you people, please, when it comes to making content, create original content. Don't steal people's content. Don't try to steal their thumbnails. I've had that happen too. I actually had a guy come to my channel and tell me, I made a video just like this one too, but it didn't get any views. And I went over to his channel to look at it, and this was my video, and this was his video. Yeah, you didn't lie, man. You made one just like this. I was cool with him. I said, man, you can't be stealing my stuff. You gotta take that down. And he did. He was cool enough to take it down, and I appreciated that. So, you know, sometimes just talking to another creator and getting them on the same page with you and saying, listen, come on, don't do this, man. Don't be stealing stuff. I don't want to have to be the bad guy. I want to see every creator do well on the platform, and I don't want to see anyone get in trouble or have your channels get in trouble. But if you upload something that you do not own, it is very easy for other creators to figure out immediately that you've done so. So beware of this, all right? And if you are in the YouTube Partner Program, don't be afraid to use the copyright match tool to make sure that nobody is taking your content. Because if someone does steal your video and upload it and they start driving views, they actually have taken your content and made you compete with yourself for views. So they can be stealing views that you would be getting on your channel by taking your content and using it on their own. So let's try to stay true, creators. Let's try to stay honest out there. And I hope you guys all have a great day. Peace.